everybody, it's Grace and we are back in the lab. We have a super fun video for you today. A friend of mine brought in their beloved 10-year-old Barista Express espresso machine and asked me to do a deep clean tune-up. This is used every single day, but it has never had its burrs changed, its gaskets replaced, its dispersion screen, and possibly maybe even the water filter. This machine is pretty daggone dirty. There's some funk and gunk, but the main indicator here is that this light is on right here where it says clean me. We're gonna start with back flushing water back up into the machine, cleaning the entirety of the group head up inside of the machine. I'm using Café from Ernex. Locate your blind. It's a silicone fixture that goes inside of the portafilter, blocking any water that it can be channeled through the portafilter. Lock it in as if you were going to pull a shot, and then start the cleaning cycle. In order to start the cleaning cycle on this machine, hold the power button as well as the single shot and the double shot down. All right, and the clean me is now flashing, so it's in its cleaning cycle. This is gonna run for about 5 minutes. If you skip back flushing, it will cause rancid oil buildup and it will ruin the shot flavor and decrease the machine's lifespan. So this is really important that you do this. This is gonna take about 5 minutes. So while that's running, we're gonna go ahead and start cleaning all of the smaller parts that can be taken apart, scrub them and get them soaking. I'm gonna let that soak for a while and move on to cleaning up inside the group head. This is gonna be pretty hot because we just did a cleaning cycle on it. To get it loose, maybe grab yourself a towel to finish pulling it out. It didn't come out on its own, which means it's stuck, which means it's probably never been taken off before. This looks pretty rough. The gasket here has dry rotted and it's coming apart in place. This piece right here is pretty covered and almost seems damaged, like heat damage, water damage. Poke the gasket and pull it up. Got it. Guess which one is the new one and which one's the old one. So we're gonna get a little bit of this Café water and get up into the area where the gasket was, brush along the sides. This has never been done before, so I'm gonna get this really good. Wait, oh! This machine must have overheated at some point and caused this warping to happen on this plate. I'm just gonna take the plastic coating off. I think it's better to do that than to risk pulling a shot and plastic coming through in your drink, especially since it's already starting to come off and it's kind of falling off fairly easily. Okay, so now that we have that all nice and clean, we're gonna go ahead and put in our brand new gasket. The flat, smooth side, you're gonna face down. Press that up into the group head so that it's nice and snug. You might have to work with it a little bit to make sure that everything's in the right place. We're going to also put in a new dispersion screen. I don't think it's been replaced in 10 years, so we're just going to go ahead and put a new dispersion screen in there as well. Make sure that it's nice and tight. Don't over tighten it, but make sure it is nice and snug. So this can get removed and cleaned and scrubbed as well. A lot of coffee buildup right here on the output and around the gasket here. Just clean the inside of the portafilter as best as you possibly can. And this has been soaking for a while, so it should all come off pretty easily. Okay, up next we're gonna tackle the steam wand. This is pretty easy. You're just gonna follow the rule of wash, rinse, sanitize. I'm gonna put a little bit of Café in here. Again, super concentrated, you don't need a lot, about 1/8 of a teaspoon. And then I'm gonna get some cold water. We're just going to insert the steam wand as if we're steaming some milk. We're gonna turn it on. This is gonna get the majority of the milk off of the steam wand, the residual milk that was left over. It's gonna loosen it up so that we can scrub it off. This should be done every time that you steam milk. It should never be left out with milk residue building up on the steam wand. This is really why you can't leave milk residue on your steam wand, because if you continue to use the steam wand, all you're doing is baking that milk from the previous steam onto the steam wand, making it harder and harder to clean off. If you ever notice your steam wand is leaking, this gasket might need to be replaced. Oh, gross. Gross. So this is obviously never been like cleaned out before. That's pretty gross. This is pretty gross. We're just gonna remove it. Every time you steam milk, when you shut the valve off, a little bit of milk gets sucked back up into the steam wand. That's why it's really important to purge every time you make a drink, and that's why it's important to clean the steam wand. Most Brevilles come with this little tool where you can clean inside the steam wand at the tip where the hole is, clean in there. I'm gonna rinse this again, wipe it one more time, and then it'll be ready to go. It's not leaking, so it's still a-okay. We're gonna leave it. Just get as tight as you possibly can. You might have to use a tool again. Turn the valve on, wash, rinse, and sanitize the wand. The exact same thing, just a splash of bleach and water, and sanitize the steam wand as best you can. Okay, let's move on to changing these burrs. These burrs have probably never been changed since my friend has had the machine. It can be really dangerous to open this part of the machine or try and change these burrs if you have the machine plugged in. So make sure you unplug it, remove the hopper, and empty out any remaining beans. Once that's nice and clear and I have good visual of what I'm working with, I'm going to remove the upper burr. Okay, so we have here the inside of the grinder, the upper burr, we have the lower burr. This piece right here is just a little handle. It's gonna help us unlock the top burr from the bottom. Go counterclockwise to remove it. That was in there pretty good, probably because it hasn't come out in a long time. We wanna replace this piece, remove it. You have to push it out from underneath these clips here and it'll pop out. So these two pieces where it's flat on either edge will go up against here like this, right? Try and demonstrate again. I don't want to push it back in because it can be hard to get out, but this piece you can press down on slightly and hopefully it'll pop out a little bit easier. But that's how you remove the old upper burr from the plastic casing that it's in. So we're gonna go ahead and put the new burr inside. There is a little divot here on one end of the burr. We're gonna place that underneath one of the plastic hooks with the flat sides up against the flat sides of the plastic casing. And we should be able to just snap it back into place. There you go. All right, awesome, it's in. And then if you wanna adjust the grind size where it says fine and coarse, and then you have this red dot, wherever your red dot is, under the number that you choose, that's where you're gonna calibrate it to. So this is a new burr, so it should be somewhere in the center. So this goes up to 10, so we're gonna put it to 5. Next up, remove the lower burr. This can be a little bit tricky to get out. Just make sure that you're going clockwise, and this should come off fairly easily. There are 2 washers. Make sure that those stay in order. Set those to the side. Go ahead and pull that lower burr out and clean it up as best as you can, and remove that bottom piece so that you can replace that bottom burr. Clean up the piece that attaches to the bottom burr as best you can. There should be probably a lot of grinds. And then we're gonna get to work on putting this thing back together. I'm just gonna clean the inside really quickly since I have everything out, and I'm gonna clean up the chute a little bit where the coffee dispenses into your portafilter and make sure that all the grinds are pushed out of this chamber. Okay, now let's get to work putting this thing back together. It's recalibrated, it's ready to go, and now there are fresh, clean, ready to use burrs in this grinder. This is gonna make all the difference in the world when brewing coffee. We need to put our washers back on. Again, flat piece goes on top. Then you go ahead and put this metal handle back in, and then we're going to lock it. Done, woohoo! This is definitely overdue for a replacement. So it goes back up in here. And then this clicks back together. All right, now we can deep clean the machine. All of this will go into the sink and be washed and cleaned and can be put back on. I'm just gonna spray the full machine down. Okay, now I'm super excited because this is ready and I'm gonna pull a shot on it. I can't wait to taste this espresso. I'm so excited. Grind some coffee in here. We want 18 grams. Tamp it. Clean up your wings and any extra coffee. Always purge. See that it was kind of brown. Just get that out, get everything back up to temperature. Feels good with the new gasket. Things looking good. Tear that. To program, you hit this button and then you hit the button that you want to program, a single shot or a double. So this is a double, so we'll push double. Start the timer.
And when we're ready to stop the program, we'll hit the same button. We're looking for about 36 grams out in 20 to 30 seconds. I'm liking the way this looks. That's actually one of the best shots of espresso I've ever had. I'm not even lying. That's amazing. That's delicious. My friend is going to be so happy with their new machine. It's really crazy that this machine looked like this when it first showed up, and now it looks like this. This 10-year-old machine looks brand new.